Hey everyone, it's Emily Seagrin and there's Izzy. I'm outside my house and a lot of you know that we just recently moved. I've been selling Avon for 10 years. I'm gonna go inside so Izzy stops barking at me. Okay, so on my dream board has always been a bigger house that has more space and an office. Let me clear my lens here. Okay, sorry about that. So we're gonna go, and there's my little monster, Izzy. Say hi, Izzy. So I want to give you a little bit of a tour of our new house, just the first floor, because I'm still working on the rest. I know I like put stuff together and I look like I'm never messy and I'm not human, but I just want to show you that I have stuff laying around my house too. So this is the office setup. Rob convinced me that I needed 2 screens and I kept saying that I didn't think I did, but now I love it. So I can have like my application up on one screen and then be sharing on Facebook on the other screen. This is Rob's fancy diva light. My husband's an engineer and he likes to put together like at-home solutions for me. So there's the fancy diva light, okay? I have my little massage chair in case my back hurts when I'm working. And so I'm taking a lot of thought and time into decorating my office. And one of the things that Avon is so good at is amazing incentives, incredible opportunities. So you'll see I went to a private concert by John Bon Jovi in Vegas. That is Fergie. I met her in person at her perfume launch. Rascal Flatts, a lot of us were just there watching them only a few rows away. And then there's our celebrity makeup artist, Kelsey Dinahan. So I had the opportunity to be on stage with her and she did my makeup. So basically I want to fill my office with memories of the friends that have helped me get to where I'm at, my employees, my team members. So I really want to walk into this office and just feel like so proud of all that I've been able to do with Avon, and just to always be focusing on what Avon has done for me and our family. So we've been able to travel a ton. So these are all my real pictures of some of the trips we've been on. That was with Cheryl, and Cheryl was like not even caring how beautiful this was because she's so used to it. So always look at life with a fresh perspective and be grateful for what you have and what you get to do. There's my big checks. Cheryl was nice enough to mail them to me from California. And those are gonna go up in my office too. Hi, Sarah. Hey guys. No. So Izzy's trying to step on these. Boxes of prizes that I need to give away to my team members. I have the board. I found a ton of Avon pins that I'm gonna put up on there. I like to have giveaways in my office so that I can do that for my team. I have Women of Enterprise stuff up there and Girl Boss. Okay, those are the big national awards, so those are going to have a special place in my office. And there's our fabulous suitcase. So Avon is just so great at rewarding us for hard work, but you gotta do the work. Hi, Karen. Hi, Rena. Okay, so I'm showing you the Like a Boss clock that my mom got me. Here's our bedroom, and Izzy should sleep in there, but she doesn't wake me up early if I let her in the bed. So, yes, I have kind of raised a spoiled dog, and I think she knows that, so I need to be a little tougher with her sometimes. I am in love with our closet. All of these designer items have been a result of my Avon business. I am not a huge spender. I'm kind of a budget conscious spender. So the Tiffany boxes, and I got a Coach purse. So that's all a result of Avon. I got a camera. I mean, as I go around the house, there's just so many things that I've earned from Avon. This drawer is all Avon shirts. So I can easily find any fabulous Avon shirt to put on. Here is my huge selection of dresses, because I like to buy new dresses when I go on the Avon trips. And yeah, there's still some empty space, so I can still shop. Oh, let me show you this. Okay, so I found these at Farm and Fleet. Hi, Cheryl. Hi, Karen and Julie. And they're Avon 39 shoes. So Cheryl and I did the 39, and Avon is now doing the Making Strides walk with American Cancer Society. So they were getting rid of their Avon 39 stuff, and I happened to stumble across some. So I do want to talk to you guys about what it takes to get here. Let me close this up here. Because it wasn't easy, and it didn't just magically happen. I'll show you some of my favorite products as I go. Makeup wipes, I love those. A new Vital. I have my Aspira vitamins. Hydrofusion. Unlimited lashes. They're going to make my lashes and brows beautiful. Here's my little bag of goodies with 100 different Avon lipstick colors. Sarah, you can come pick Izzy up for like a few days. You can have her and borrow her. She can drive you crazy. Just kidding. She's really a sweet dog, but she's like my shadow, so I never have a break from her. Okay, so I have the Love Your Lashes. What is it called? Love at First Lash. There we go. So I love that. It's got a ton of bristles. It's got the heart-shaped fibers. We have the contouring stick. Love my Mark makeup. Just some of the products that I use. I love my shower. There it is. Okay. So we didn't always have like the money to move into a bigger house, or you know, we took slow steps instead of trying to look like we're accomplished with stuff, but really being broke. So we really took small steps slowly to be able to afford a nicer house and be able to go on all these trips with Avon. It's just showing you how much Avon jewelry I have. I love the bracelets, can you tell? Let's see, there we go. There's Avon pins. It was a lot of fun going through all the stuff that just to kind of reminisce about my Avon career. We won that TV with Avon. We've earned, I think, 2 or 3 iPads. So this is really a really fabulous business if you can do what you love and be successful at it. But you gotta put the work in. You can't just want it and make it look like you're successful. So it's gonna, this is a little difficult. Hang on, guys. Okay, so I have more canvases coming. So made one of me and Rob so that I can remember. Not so I can remember. I always remember. But I can remember that night because we won the $15,000, which helped us put a down payment on this house. So then there is family, because that is why I do my Avon business. So I just really want it to be a positive environment. Lots of reminders of all the cool things that I've gotten to do with Avon. So this is, so when you walk into the front door, this room is beautiful. We did get some new furniture when we moved in, and I'm kind of slowly taking my time to decorate. We are gonna change the color, but the painters can't do it yet. So Rob put in this like smart thermometer, which I don't know how to use yet. And here is the kitchen. So if you're stuck in a situation, if you're stuck in a job, or stuck doing something that you don't want to be doing, that is making you live your life, just feeling kind of frustrated and aggravated, you got to start making changes in your life so that you can work your way out of that lifestyle. So you can't do it quickly, because I think a lot of people try to do it quickly and then they're in over their heads with something they can't afford. So you gotta start making small, slow changes. We have a wine fridge. Very exciting. You have to start making those changes slowly. So, for example, we were inside of a mall, and the landlords did not treat me well. Fancy Spices, you guys, before I seriously had the smallest kitchen ever. So it's such a relief to have more space. Okay. There's Keurig I got from Avon, and more decorations, and this table we got from Ashley. So I've really taken my time and thought out, you know, each room and decorated. It's still a work in progress. So back to my story here. Hang on. Yes, getting out of a rut takes a bit of digging. You are correct. So they always tell you, do not quit your job without having another job lined up. So we want to make changes to our lives slowly, so that we can remain happy and focused and confident in the steps that we're taking. Sometimes you do have to take those steps that are uncomfortable, that make you really nervous and outside of your comfort zone. If you can get past those, you really can find your niche and what's gonna make you successful. The biggest thing that's gonna hold you back is your fear of doing something. So once you start believing in yourself and making small changes in your life to live the life that you want, you will be so much happier. So instead of, just closing down the mall store, many of you know that we opened in a strip mall, and I was very nervous about making that change. I didn't want to lose all of our customers. It's easier, right, to stay in the same old. But easier is not what we're looking for. We want excitement and we want success, and I know I love to travel and get all the rewards and be able to be there for my kids at all times. I mean, if you think about it, this really is like the ideal opportunity for young moms. So you gotta make the changes, even if they scare you. So we did leave the mall and went straight to, for a while there we had both stores open, and I was in over my head. They were not making double the sales, and they were double the expenses. Yep, yikes. So that's when I found out about the brain tumor. I mean, I was just like at wit's end. I was freaking out. And sometimes we have to go through the hardest times to figure out what we want to do in life and what changes we need to make. When you're faced with the possibility of the end, you're going to reflect back and say, did I live the life that I wanted to? Was I the mom and the wife and the friend that I wanted to be? So all really big, deep questions, right? And sometimes it takes those big, major life uproars to even make you think about it. So I really advise you to, what I said to Rob was, if money wasn't a factor in life, what would you want to be doing right now? And I think it's really good to think about that because we get so caught up in, I need to go to work, I need to make money to pay the groceries and the bills. But sometimes you want to look at the bigger picture. What do I want next for my family? What do I want next in my life? And then you set those goals and you commit to them and you find a way to do it. So when the double expenses were piling up on me, I took myself out of the stores as an employee. I had employees running the stores so that I could build the online business. So as a person who has suffered from depression and anxiety in the past, you can imagine that was a really hard time for me. And I could have given up. I could have let it all go down the toilet. But I took responsibility and I said, I made these choices. I made these decisions. I need to make it work. So we started marketing online, recruiting online, and today I think I'll do over 100,000 online for the year, and our LABC does over 100,000 a year, and my team Momentum, we have some amazing leaders and team members. We doubled from 2015 to 16. So 2015, we sold about 559,000. 2016, we sold 1.2 million. 2017, we sold 2 million. And I expect us to sell between 3.5 to 4 million this year. So I just want to really encourage you guys, and the biggest difference, I think, between the people that make it and the people that don't is what you do when you feel stuck or things aren't going your way. It's how you handle those situations. Are you resilient? Are you going to get back up and say, I'm not going to let someone else kick me down? You know, it's not a fun place to be in leadership sometimes. I get all kinds of negativity thrown at me, and a lot of fires that I'm putting out all the time. But with it comes the big rewards, and possibly Rob retiring early someday. So you really gotta want it. You gotta work at it. So those days where you're not feeling good, just push through. You gotta push through, even if you're moody. Stay off Facebook, and don't rub it off on people around you, but work through those days. Don't give up. Stop making excuses. So I started working with a business coach about a year ago, and we have conversations every week. And what I noticed when I talked to her was that I was making a lot of excuses and reasons why I wasn't moving forward in certain areas of my life. And just by talking to her, hi Kenneth and Sandy and Ernie, hello. By talking to her and listening to myself, I acknowledged that. Okay, Emily, you gotta stop making excuses and start taking action. So when someone challenges you, or you have an idea and you start to like talk yourself out of it, stop and push through that. Try to do everything. And when you hear yourself starting to say, but, stop yourself right there. And it takes a while, because I think it's a habit to make excuses. I know that sounds funny, but you really have to correct your thinking. And it's not easy, and we all slip back into it every once in a while, right? But what I stopped doing was making excuses, and by talking to this business coach, she would hold me accountable. So if there was some issue going on that I was avoiding, right? I think that's how a lot of people deal with their problems, which does not help for anyone. She would hold me accountable, and I had told her, okay, this is the change I'm gonna make, and I would do it. And you know, without her, I don't think we would have moved out of our other house, or you know, sometimes maybe going on a trip that you're not sure of, or doing something big for yourself. So sometimes we need that person to kind of push us and hold us accountable, because we don't just want to live a life of boring, same old, same old. So if you want a better life and you want some of the things that you dream about, it's time to stop making excuses. It's time to write things down and say, these are the actions that I'm going to take. Hello, Timothy Brown. Great job on your opportunity meeting yesterday. Hello, Jessica. So some of the things that you need to perfect to really be successful in this business is time management. I would almost say that's number one. And really important when you're busy, when you have little children, when you only have 3 hours to sit down and pound out some work. You want to do the things that are going to make you the most successful. So a lot of the things that come to top of our mind are not the things we should be doing. Because why? Because those are like the automatic responses, like, oh, I need to mail out brochures. I need to respond to email. I need to check Facebook. Well, guess what, guys? Those are not productive activities. You have to do those activities, but it's important that you prioritize what's most important first. And those are usually the big things that go at the bottom of our list that we never get to. So I kind of have a rule of writing down my action plan for the day. I have my planner, and what I figured out is if I force myself to write down exactly what I'm going to do, I can really get it out super fast. So I even take away, I go away from my computer because again, it's like a habit. You sit down and you start to work what you think is working, but it's not really productive work. So when I take my planner and I go sit at the kitchen table and I write down what I'm going to do for the day and what's most important, those are when I have the most successful days. And yes, Julie, laundry, dishes, and picking up the house, ugh. I agree with you. And it's hard as a woman because a lot of times we still have some of those mom and housewife responsibilities. Plus, we want to build our business. So this summer was challenging for me. Moving out of our old house, moving into this house, being at Rep Fest, and what else? The kids being home. There's just, it was a lot to balance this summer, but it can be done. So that's my point. Don't make excuses when you think that you can do it. You just have to plan ahead and be organized and prioritized. And I gotta tell you, my mom helped me a lot because our old house, I knew I hadn't gone through stuff and it was not organized, and it was a really good thing to do. She helped me get everything in bins. So if something's holding you back, it just seems too overwhelming, put down a plan in place and work towards that. Definitely helping others. You want to pay it forward. So being generous is one of the traits that I believe has made me more successful faster, because I almost am generous to a fault, where I used to put other people before taking care of myself. So I kind of had to find the happy medium there. Because then I was in a place where I was really resentful that I had given so much. And now I'm kind of pulling it back into the middle with the balance, and being a little more careful when I give, because some people will take advantage of you when you give too much. But give to the people who are putting in their best effort, who are engaged in their business. And speaking of being generous, you definitely want to pay it forward even with customers. You see I have my Avon shirt on today. We just moved in the neighborhood, so instead of going and asking someone to buy something from me, I might come up with a little gift for our neighbors and include a book with that. So really be creative with your Avon business, and don't just be like pushy and not wondering why no one's buying from you. So think of it as giving gifts, sharing the love, spreading your business card and your brochures all over. Okay, so I am gonna do, thank you, Timothy. I'm not real good at multitasking, so sometimes I don't read what you guys say until I go back and watch the video. So thank you for your comments and whatever you're saying on there, and I will answer you later. So yesterday was National Recruiting Day. We added 10 new team members. We have added 500 in 4 weeks. Again, amazing, crazy, super grateful for Avon for offering the $10 opportunity, and really hoping to pay them back with having fantastic sales this fourth quarter. So I'm giving away, my big prizes were $50 cash and $100 Spa Finder card. So we had on Team Momentum, Terry, Essie had 3, Cassandra, Melissa, Rena, Angie, Amy, and Patsy. Congratulations. So I am gonna draw for the $50 cash. Amy Major, are you on here? Congratulations, you won 50 bucks, baby. My next one, let's do the big one. I do have tons of Avon logo items. So I'm actually going to give everyone a gift that had an appointment yesterday. But let's draw the big $100 Spa Finder. And Angie. Woohoo! I think that was her first team member. So I bet we're going to keep her adding to her team. So congratulations, Angie. And the rest of you, way to go on building your team, and I will be sending you something special. As for continuing to grow your business, start making changes as you go, slowly. So, you know, is there a tool that can make me more efficient? So, okay, slowly I'm gonna add on that expense, but I'm gonna make up for it for my productivity and increasing my online sales commission. So one of the things that you always want to be doing is investing in yourself and your business. Another reason I think we've grown so quickly is because Rob has a full-time job with benefits. So I have been able to invest a lot of the money back into my business, back into my team. Did I ever think we would be close to selling $4 million worth in a year at this point already? No way. So that just goes to show you how powerful the online business can be. You can do a blog post or a social media post, and it can bring in 50 recruits for you. So think about that versus being out and prospecting and having to talk to people to recruit them. The online is sometimes harder to figure out and slower to build, but once it catches on, it's amazing and snowballs and makes it all worth it. So I hope that I have inspired you guys today. Congratulations, Rena, on adding to your team. Any questions about social media or whatever you want to ask me? No. Well, start doing things for yourself. Start making small changes to be able to live the life that you want to live. Living under someone else's control is not very much fun. So even though, you know, money isn't the most important, it does open up more opportunities for you. So slowly invest back into your business so that you can build to live the life that you desire. If you don't make plans and you don't set goals to move to a better place, you're just gonna stay stuck and life's gonna just happen to you. So you don't want to live your life under someone else, what they want you to do. Because if you don't have a plan for yourself, people start to push and pull you every which way, and you're the one that's gonna suffer in the end. So dream big, commit. I'm always scared to commit, but then once I commit, I make sure that I do a really good job. So even if you're scared of committing, do that so that you'll figure it out along the way. Let's see, Mr. Timothy, what are the first 3 steps to blogging and pros of blogging for your business? The very first step is you deciding, I'm trying to think in my head while I say it, deciding which platform you want to use. So if you are not technical, I would recommend Blogger or Wix. If you're pretty tech savvy, WordPress can be really powerful. You want to do it on self-hosted instead of the WordPress site itself. Because if you just set up the free version, they won't let you just link back to your Avon website. And that's what you really want to be doing with this whole blog. So if you choose WordPress, make sure it's self-hosted, which I do on Bluehost. So picking the right tool is a good idea. Because the more it goes on, the more content you produce, the harder it is to switch over. But if you're not sure that this is something you're going to continue doing, it's okay to start with a free option just to see whether you like it or not. So picking your platform, getting it up, you want to be very careful when you pick that website name. You don't want it too many words. You want it kind of quick and to the point. You don't want it to be too specific because later down the road you might want to include other information and then you're mad at the name you've picked. So some of the choices that you make right in the beginning are the most important, which is kind of scary because you don't know what you're doing in the beginning. So just be careful, brainstorm different words that you think you want your blog to be about, and then in your blog title, I would keep it like 2 to 3 words at the most. And then you want to be very consistent. Blogging takes time. So the hard part about that is you got to do it like once a week, and you want to keep adding on to that productivity. So when you get better at it, you do it 3 times a week, then you do it daily. They do become a lot easier to do, but you still have to have that time to build up the audience and to get higher rankings. The way that blogs work, and some people I don't think understand this, is that the Google spiders, web crawlers, whatever they are, go out there and look for new content. It's gonna see, do a lot of people click through to view your site? Do they stay there or do they bounce off right away? They're gonna see what sites link to you to see how important your site is. They're gonna look for consistency, relevancy, so using the right titles is important, and making that they're not too short, not too long. A lot of ins and outs in blogging, but is it worth it? Most definitely. So I've gotten most of my team members that way, and I think that I added 800 people last year, and then being able to teach my team how to do that, you can see how multiplying that is incredible. So yes, the buildup may take a lot longer, but the payoff is going to be huge. I mean, it's interesting to look back at my stats where I was adding, you know, a couple people a week, and then it would turn into a couple people a day. Now I've taught my team how to recruit, so we're adding 10 to 20 people a day sometimes. So taking the time to understand these methods can really pay off for you. And I didn't finish telling you how they work. So the web crawlers go out there, they look for the content. So then when someone is typing in their Google search, like sell Avon online, those websites organically come up based on how Google is ranking you. So some people don't quite understand how people find your blog. It's all pretty much automated, but you also want to get it out there by email marketing and sharing on social media. Yeah, I just gave you a huge mouthful. That was a lot more than 3 suggestions. Any other questions? I hope you guys are all getting involved in your Making Strides walk. Fundraising, I feel like, is an intimidating topic for some. So what do I do when I'm intimidated? I conquer it. I take it on and I figure out how to do it so that I can teach others. So when you take the time to learn and teach it to someone, you're going to become so much more complex in how well you do with your Avon business, because if you can teach it, you're really successful at it. So I hope you guys have an amazing Friday. And hi, Sierra. I just wrapping up. I kind of covered a lot of topics here, but kids start school on Monday. I'm looking forward to getting a set schedule and being able to have dedicated time to my Avon business with the school year. So I'll talk to you guys later. Have a fabulous day. Bye.